Dressed in a long-sleeved striped button-up shirt, Anthony Campos sat down next to his defense attorney today, listening as prosecutor Gerald Henderson told jurors that 4 women identified Campos as the man who robbed them at gunpoint in 2 separate incidents. Henderson told jurors that the victims came face-to-face with Campos and each was able to identify him in photo lineups. Campos faces 4 second-degree robbery charges. On October 1st, he and 2 other unidentified men allegedly approached several people as they got off from work at the Payless in Sinahanya. 3 women will testify that a man holding a gun approached them, demanding for their purses, and fired off a round before fleeing with their belongings. While the suspect's face was partially covered, each of the witnesses reported to police that through the course of the crime, the cloth covering the face began to fall, leaving the victims able to identify the perpetrator. Henderson says 3 days later, Campos allegedly walked into the Route 8 Mini-Mart in Barrigada armed with a small silver handgun. Henderson said another customer who was present at the time of the crime, as well as the cashier, both positively identified him as the man who robbed the store. The cashier took the stand today, visibly shaken and still traumatized from the events that occurred on October 4th. She testified that a customer had just purchased cigarettes and remained in the store when a man she later identified as Campos entered holding a gun and demanded she open the cash register. The 45-year-old woman said she was so nervous and shaking so much that she was unable to open it. That's when she says Campos shot the gun at the counter and then grabbed the register and the cash inside and walked out. Jurors were able to watch that surveillance footage of the entire robbery. Another worker testified that she never saw Campos but heard someone yelling at her coworker telling her to open the register. She ran upstairs and contacted police. Defense attorney Brian Kegeris told jurors they won't be able to return a guilty verdict because his client couldn't be in 2 places at once. He told jurors today Campos was nowhere to be found that night. He was at home, eating at a barbecue with friends, sleeping with his wife and children. He said he isn't, quote, a superhero. Kegeris asked jurors to listen to the testimony carefully, but also to keep a few questions in the back of their minds during the trial, such as what police didn't do and what they didn't investigate. He says the $1 million question is who committed these 2 robberies. The jury trial resumes on Tuesday as Monday is a Government of Guam holiday. Reporting in Hagåtña for Guam's News Network, I'm Mindy Egan.